Oh my gosh. This and that one. Oh my gosh. I have so many things to do before the holidays. Do you feel like that? Oh my goodness. And I want to get these things done because I also want to be able to have time to have fun during the holidays. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, making time for festive fun. So, without further ado, let's talk. Welcome to the fabulous show, the Let's Talk Fabulous show. I am one of your Fab Five hosts, Gloria Grace Rand, and I've got an amazing panel of wonderful guests here today who are going to be talking all about how to make time for festive fun because there's no point in having holidays if we don't enjoy ourselves. So I'm going to start off with the lovely lady in red next to me and have them go around and introduce yourself. So Christine, you want to kick it off?
Sure. Thank you. I'm Christine Catoggio. I'm so thrilled to be here. The holidays are one of my favorite times of the year, so I have lots of good advice.
And where are you coming in from today?
Boca Raton, Florida.
All right. Awesome. And then next to you, we have our gentleman, Carson.
I'm Carson Shaffer. I'm coming to you from the small town of Christmas, Florida, where, as they say, it's Christmas 365 days of the year, just outside the Space Center.
I know, and I had totally forgotten about that. That wasn't why I had you on the show today, but it is so perfect. I love it. All right. And then below you, we've got April. You want to tell us where you are?
Hi. Yeah, I'm April Roberts, and I'm in Houston, Texas. And Carson, funny enough, I'm looking out my window at NASA. I live right next to NASA, so that's so funny.
I love it. I love it. And finally, Cheryl.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Meyer, known as the Health Muse, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Sedona, Arizona.
All right, lovely. Well, we've got the country covered pretty well there, so that's awesome. And yeah, I think what I'm going to start off today, sort of setting the context, I guess, for our show today, and I'm going to start off right away with one of our wonderful, fabulous videos from one of our guests because I think she did a really good job of setting this up.
I'm Cheryl Meyer of the Health Muse, and this is the Let's Make Time for Festive Fun. And I am a huge believer in having fun almost every day of my life. So as I was thinking about that, it occurred to me that this is going to be the first Christmas that John and I will be here pretty much by ourselves. So what John and I have decided to do, because we find the glimmers of our lives and the little miracles that happen all the time to be so much fun, we are going to keep a December glimmer journal where we write down the little things that happen every day that just are like little miracles that we used to miss, but not anymore. So what's a glimmer? A glimmer could be my kitty wrapping himself around my neck, or the way the sun rises over the hills out our back windows. It can be all the little things that just bring you joy, but sometimes they go through your head with the speed of light. So a glimmer is something that you see, you stop, you acknowledge, you feel the glow, you get that joy from that event, and then we share it with each other because we're both so into this. And that's what the crucial moments of our day become. All these little miracle joys that happen in our life day by day, and we don't want to miss a one of them. And so to me, that's making the most of holiday fun.
Oh, I so love that. And I also wanted to not be remiss today and welcome everyone who is watching, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Let us know, hashtag live, hashtag replay, and let us know where you're watching from, and let us know how you're making time for festive fun too, because we might get some good ideas coming in the comments. But I love this idea of glimmers, Cheryl. So I'd never heard that before, and I saw that you have a glimmer journal. Yes, thank you for bringing that with you. Yeah,
but I also pulled I live in the desert. It's been 23 in the morning when I get up. These are all from my yard. Are these glimmers or what? I didn't know that I would get flowers at this time of year here.
That's amazing. So talk a little bit more about the glimmers a little bit.
A psychologist came up with it, and John and I grabbed onto it. Our house has an office for each of us down a long hallway. So I sit by one side of the house in front of a courtyard where I have a fairy garden. He sits at the other end of the house where he looks out over wide open U.S. forestry property. And all day long, as we find glimmers, we're running up and down the hallway and going, I just had a glimmer. And then we sit and we feel it together. And it brings us so much joy. And there are little minor miracle magic moments every day. And we don't want to miss one of them. So at the holidays, it's particularly important. This is the first year we don't have our grandchildren since we've located from California. So we were wondering, how are we really going to grab a hold of all the fun of the season? And we decided we would actually keep a glimmer journal so that we don't miss a moment of it. But since we decided that, we have 2 sets of company coming through, but not for Christmas. 3 days before Christmas, we're getting one girlfriend, and 3 days after Christmas, we're getting another. And they both are coming because they need peace. One just left a narcissistic relationship. The other one lost her home in the LA fires. And we are so thrilled to have these 2 dear people come join us this holiday. It's going to be fantastic.
I love that, and you'll have to teach them all about glimmers too if they're not watching today. So, anybody else that want to comment about that? Christine, what do you think?
I think that is so beautiful. It really is, because like you said, there are so many things that happen to us in the course of the day that we don't even take the time to acknowledge. And, one of the things that gives me joy is when my granddaughter calls me and says, Nana, look at the sky, look at that sunset. Because from the time she was little, I used to take her to the park to catch the sunsets. And so it's the kind of thing where most people can be driving their car or whatever else they're doing and don't even acknowledge the beauty that's around us. So I think your glimmer idea is just another way of just, acknowledging all the things that are beautiful that we don't take the time to appreciate.
Yeah. April, go ahead. Yeah, because I know this is like a subject that you love to talk about too.
This is my big topic. Yes. So first of all, Cheryl, it's so beautiful that you share with your husband. I mentor female entrepreneurs, and I'm always like, share your wins at the end of the day. There's not a bigger bonding moment that, a lot of times we're complaining at night, right? We're complaining about our day because we remember that 5% of the day that was negative, and that's how we're wired. So you can rewire by saying, no, we're going to choose to share our wins. And I even do that with my family. It's so funny. My sister's kids are younger. And now my 9-year-old niece, the minute we all sit down at the dinner table, okay, Mima, what was the best part of your day? Right? Like that's the first thing we go around the table saying. And so it's really beautiful to start the family tradition. And in a relationship, I think it keeps you so close, not to mention like just feeding yourself with joy.
Yeah. How about you, Carson? What are your thoughts on this?
Right now, life is going a million miles an hour for me. I'm an AI engineer, so there's all that stuff. And I'm married to a nurse who is currently working 16-hour shifts on the weekend. And we're at the spot in our lives where the children don't live here anymore as of 1 year ago, but we don't have grandchildren yet. And so, but we have a farm. And so we feed the animals together. And I'll tell you, I really like just having to be me and Cindy. As I said, I kind of got my girlfriend back, and it's great. I'm really enjoying it, and because she's a nurse, 20 years since we've had Thanksgiving or Christmas on the right day, which makes it easy for the kids and their others, because they do all the stuff on Christmas or Thanksgiving. Then the next day they all come here. So my biggest thing is don't fill up your refrigerator. I'm going to have more. And so it's really wonderful just to have everybody there. And yeah, that's really what I look forward to more than anything.
I love it. I love it. Well, I'm going to pop on another one of our videos from our guest today, because as we continue exploring how we can make time for festive fun.
During this time of year, we all feel the pressure of trying to fit fun into our already busy lives and schedules. We get so focused on getting everything done that we really don't take time for the joy of the season. But what I've discovered is that festive fun doesn't need to be something that's pre-planned or a major event. It could be something simple. It could be celebrating family traditions in the home, maybe decorating with the Christmas music on in the background. It could be making cookies and decorating the cookies, maybe with a friend or a family member. Or it could be something really simple, like sitting on the couch with a cup of cocoa, a nice snuggly blanket, watching a Christmas Hallmark movie. It's those intentional moments that we create for ourselves that really bring us joy. And when we give ourselves permission to carve out the time to enjoy the season, it does bring more joy into the season.
So I loved that, and I think that is important, because it's these wonderful moments capturing, but also then doing things intentionally, to celebrate the season. So what else do you want to say about that, Christine?
I am so into the season that I make time for all of it. But I have learned through the years that sometimes I just have to accept the fact that I can't fit it all in. Life is too busy. So I give myself an ABC list. And the A list is what absolutely has to get done. The B is what needs to get done, but not immediately. And the C is the things I'd like to fit in if I still have time. And I still have a few C's hanging around, but I do try, I plan ahead. I plan ahead for the things that are most important. And it's usually when I have the tree up first. So if nothing else gets done, the tree is up. And then I pull apart the Christmas closet, which was definitely a project in itself. And then little by little, the little elves start showing up to finish off all the decorations. And I love the excitement of watching my partner and my granddaughter, and they're like, there was another elf here last night. Like, they notice the little things that I do each day when nobody's paying attention. And I'm squeezing in time, in between phone calls or in between work. And I'm like, oh, I need to put another bow over there, or, just trying to fit things in. And those silly little things give me joy without having any major expensive time. It's just squeezing it in the course of the day. Like yesterday, I couldn't find poinsettia plants, and I was on a mission to find poinsettia plants, and I was so thrilled when I came home and was able to place them. So there's the little things that I think we need to really just have intention for what we want for the season and what we want for ourselves, and the things that do give us joy, and really just find ways to squeeze them in.
That's so good. Yeah. And I know for me, exactly, I have the same type of thing where I'm really wanting to, there are a few things traditions that I make sure that I do almost every year. And like one of them is I love to sing the Messiah, Handel's Messiah. And there's usually some organization somewhere that does like a sing along. And so that's wherever I'm living at the time, I look for that. And I just did that last week or 2 weeks ago. So I made sure that was one thing I got done. Is there anybody else? There's something that you make time for, you want to make sure that you get done during this season? Carson, yeah, go ahead.
The first Sunday of every December is our town Christmas tree lighting. And we have, of course, the lit Christmas tree, which gives us the excuse to not take down our Christmas lights. So I have Christmas lights. But small town, 1,600 people for the last 30 years. It's been 1,600. Yeah. But we have 3 churches. All the churches get together and we sing the hymns. It's been, I think, 106 years with exactly the same program. Wow. And I'm a musician, so I'm the sound guy for this. So I have run sound for this event for 30 years, from the time all of our kids were little. And it, as I always said, it's the night that warms my soul. And it was last week.
Yeah. Very good. Cheryl, how about you?
Just one comment. If a glimmer doesn't present itself, make a magical moment yourself. We were driving we're a little bit out of town. We were driving 15 minutes down a dirt road at night, and John started singing Jingle Bells, and he sang the first part. I sang the next part, then he sang a part, and then I sang a part. And we were both giggling by the time we got home. We created our own magical moment. So don't wait for it to happen in your life. Make it happen in your life. You can do that and find your own joy.
That is so good. I love that. April.
For me, the one consistent is, we have a holiday tradition of me making gumbo for the family on Christmas Eve. And it's funny because I don't eat shrimp or pork anymore in my diet. And so I make it for everyone else to enjoy. But it's a nice day. I love cooking things like that take time and you put a lot of love in, and just, it kind of gives me that reflective moment. I'll have a glass of wine, Christmas music on. And really just, it's kind of my quiet time in the chaos because everybody's out and doing things in the last minute, and then I get to enjoy the dinner with my family. So that's a tradition we've had, oh my goodness, for 15 years, I'd say.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm going to play a song here today, and I'm going to talk about it. I was trying to decide, do I want to set this up by talking about it first? But I think I'm going to share afterwards my experience, because I totally relate to this, and then I'll be curious to see if any of you relate to it as well. And this is a song that Tamara Hunter created for us, and I can't wait to have you all hear it. So here it comes.
Okay. Is everyone unmuted?
Wait, can you see me?
Alright, let's do this. Got my cocoa in a mug, laptop on my knee. Fairy lights are glowing like a Christmas memory. Ugly sweater shining, yeah, it's camera approved. Bottom half's in pajamas, but I'm in the groove.
Santa hat is crooked, but my heart's in tune. Counting down the moments till I see you soon. From the city lights to a small town view. If I can't be there, I'll meet you. Miles don't matter when love logs in. One click closer, let the fun begin. Wi-Fi strong, spirits high. Look at us now, it's showtime. Meet me in the Zoom room, baby, it's Christmas time. We'll light up the screen like a tree that shines. Blow a kiss through the pixels, hold the joy real close. Even far away, we can still feel home. Meet me in the Zoom room, turn the volume up. We'll sing fa la la till we laugh too much. A little tech, a lot of love. Meet me in the Zoom room. It's Christmas us.
Grandma's telling stories, everyone talks at once.
I was frozen smiling, now we're laughing tons.
Uncle found a same room. I did it unmuted, can you hear me now?
Chaos wouldn't change it anyhow. Different houses, same good cheer. Christmas magic feels real near. Raise a glass through the screen tonight. Different places, same delight. If we glitch, we'll laugh it through. Love's online and coming through. Meet me in the Zoom room, baby, it's Christmas time. We'll light up the screen like a tree that shines. Blow a kiss through the pixels, hold the joy real close. Even far away, we can still feel home. Meet me in the Zoom room, turn the volume up. We'll sing fa la la till we laugh too much. A little tech, a lot of love. Meet me in the Zoom room. It's Christmas us.
If I could wrap this moment tight,
Put a bow on you and me.
I'd bottle up this joy
Hang
tonight.
it on the tree.
Till we're hugging face to face.
This love still finds a way.
One scream, one smile, one warm embrace.
Merry Christmas.
Meet me in the Zoom room, baby, it's Christmas time. Hands in the air, let the spirit fly. Every laugh, every face, every ho, ho, ho.
Love's the best connection that we know.
Meet me in the Zoom room, don't be shy. Wave hello, low kisses, reach for the sky. A little tech, a lot of love. Meet me in the Zoom room. It's Christmas us.
A kiss.
Okay, group hug.
3, 2, 1.
Merry Christmas.
So I totally relate to that song, and because this is how I've been spending my Christmases for about the last 5 years now, because my kids do not live. I've got one that lives in Europe, frankly, and then the other one lives in another state. And so this is how we celebrate Christmas: is we break out the Zoom. You know? And I know that I think this happens for a lot of folks, you know, and in fact, I think a couple of you mentioned, you know, you don't have kids necessarily living with you anymore. And so I think it's important that we find ways that we can still be together and still, you know, have that, still have festive fun, even if we're separated by geography. So, Carson, you were mentioning that like you don't have kids at home. What is your thought about watching that?
I think a lot of it is recognizing the moments of joy. I think that it's hard to be joyous on command. At least it is for me. And I had driving with my wife, holding her hand, picturesque scenery, listening to Nat King Cole sing the Christmas song. And I thought, this is a Hallmark moment, right?
Wait a minute.
Here.
Wait, I'm going to interrupt you because if you're going to tell this story, I got to show your video because that's what your video is about. So we're going to do that, and then we'll come back.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hold on.
I'm Carson Shaffer. And 2 days ago, I was driving through the St. John's River Basin, beautiful St. John's, Nat King Cole singing the Christmas song, holding my wife's hand on the way to Thanksgiving dinner. The moment. And I felt like my brain was going a million miles an hour and trying to outrun a freight train because I had so many things I had to think about. If you've ever felt like the right moment just felt completely wrong inside your head, you're not alone. Making time for festive fun isn't about forcing joy. Be joyous. Can't do it. Festive fun is about catching the good moments, even when your thoughts are loud. And I still remember that moment with Cindy holding her hand listening to Nat King Cole, because I told myself, this is important. Make note of it. But yeah, it's capturing the moments. It's not being the perfect person. Yeah, that guy, what he said.
Okay,
But that's the trick. You got to be able to look at it and go, hey, this moment right here, right now. And it's sometimes, I have to have time to get into it emotionally to really feel things deeply. And when I can't, because, again, too many things going through your head, the ability to say, whoa, hey, stop, take a look at this. This is, and your life will never get better than this moment. And when we come back from vacations, you don't remember that you got a good deal on the car rental. You remember moments. So that's my thing, is recognize the moment. Because even if you're not 100% into it at that second, I'll always remember driving across St. John's with Cindy. It's the moments.
Love that.
Yeah. And I think that is so important because, well, we definitely want to make time for festive fun, certainly at the holidays, but I think we can also make time for festive fun any time of the year. So, April, why don't you talk about a little bit about how we can do this? And I also love that you were saying, Carson, when you talked about, perfection, that we don't have to be perfect. So, yeah. What are your thoughts about this, April?
So I try to incorporate this into every part of my life. And it started, oh my gosh, back in 2013. I was quickly growing my financial practice at that time. I had a financial firm where I did retirement planning, and I had access to some of the top leaders in the industry. And whenever I got to talk to them, I'd be like, how do you do it? How do you have a family, grow this business? Like, what's the secret, right? Always when I had the opportunity, I would ask. And so I was able to gather a lot of wisdom. And what I realized is it's all about being present in the moment. Like right now, I'm completely immersed with all of you, enjoying this moment. After this, I'll probably run and meet my family for lunch. I have an in-person event Tuesday. I mean, I could totally be sitting here thinking about my to-do list, but I'm not. I'm completely immersed in this moment. And through my spiritual practice, because I'm a spiritual mentor as well, and getting closer to God, I just realized the more you practice gratitude for the good, the bad, and the ugly, it really makes it magical. And, I don't have to fit in festive fun because I'm present. And when the moment presents itself, I'm like, heck yeah, let's go. Right. So I think it's more getting everything in order and understanding that every moment is meant for a reason, and being able to be grateful for the moment, no matter what it is, and being grateful that we're loved that much, that we're guided and taken care of.
That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Cheryl.
There's a gift in everything. So even if it was something that you really would have rather probably not happen, there's a gift wrapped up in that moment. So it's finding that moment so that you can be grateful, so that you can alchemize it back into something fantastic.
Oh yeah, sure. I talk about that all the time because it's absolutely, it seems so counterintuitive to be grateful for things that that are not what you wanted, let's say, to have happen. But yeah, they're teachable moments. Christine, you look like you were going to add something too. Yeah.
I always say presence is the present. So, it doesn't matter what's under the tree. It's the joy is when my family is here all together and those are the moments. And I say that all the time. These are the moments that we will always cherish because, we've had experiences, as many people do in our family, that right after the holidays, someone will expire. And we're like, thank God we had that time together. And they really are priceless moments. The presence is the present.
Yeah, for sure.
I had the Widowmaker heart attack 4 days before Thanksgiving 23 years ago, 15% survival rate.
Wow.
So, and I've met 5 women who lost their husbands at 40. And so if I include my wife, that's all of us. And I'm the only one that's here. I am blessed beyond measure. But yeah, every moment. And I still have to I remind myself continually, hey man, you're on your second quarter, look around. But yeah, it's every moment with you, because that's all that matters. Completely, it's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Go ahead, April. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think intention plays a huge role too, because even though I try to enjoy every moment, something happened last December. I was in a meditation spiritual practice with my teacher, and he said, God wants us to enjoy the seasons. The seasons are created for a reason. And I was like, oh my gosh, even though I enjoy everything, I don't necessarily throw myself into Christmas or the summertime. And so this year I was very intentional. I was like, I'm not letting the summertime get by. I want to make sure I enjoy. And I ended up taking a week-long road trip with my family and a week-long road trip with my best friend's family. And it was just beautiful. And now the same thing has happened in the holiday season, even if it's just going through Starbucks and getting the festive drink of the season. I try to make sure every day I'm doing something specific for the season. And I think there's a beauty in that, acknowledging.
I love that. And since you're in the we'll call it a love seat, not a hot seat, I'm going to play your video right now and see what else you have to say on this subject.
Today, what I'd love to share with you is a little hack that I use and I encourage most of my clients to use. And it's called 6 minutes to change your life. So take something you do every morning, like grabbing a cup of coffee, and your first 2 minutes are going to be attached to that ritual or habit that you already have, right? So first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, again, if you go straight to the coffee pot like me, you can do it with your coffee. But if you do something else, stack it to that. Because really, first thing, what I'd like you to do is spend 2 minutes writing down, speaking out loud, or thinking about everything you're grateful for and everything you're excited for this day. So 2 minutes, all about excitement and gratitude. Then at lunchtime, whatever your ritual is, if you take a little walk, if you grab food, if you check on your kids, again, habit stack, I want you to do it for 2 more minutes. So again, set your timer. And then at night, just before going to bed, I'd like you to do the same exercise. 2-minute timer, speak out loud, write, think about your entire day, and you're only celebrating on wins. Now, a win could be something you accomplished. It could be something nice that someone did for you. It could be something that happened out of the blue. This flexes our receiving muscle. It doesn't always have to be us doing the win, if that makes sense. The 6 minutes a day is a great way to show love for yourself.
Well, first of all, I totally plan to wear exactly the same sweater as the video. I was laughing. But really, with 6 minutes, you can become manically happy. It's really crazy, the difference. And it's all intentionality. And everyone thinks, oh, I need to find a day to go to the spa. I need to go on vacation. I need to travel to see my kids. That's why the Zoom Room song was so fun. No, you don't. Hop on the Zoom Room. I have entrepreneurial girlfriends in South Africa, the UK, and 2 in Canada. And we get on the Zoom 4 times a month and just have the best time, right? And so we can be connected with everyone everywhere.
That's true.
I love that. And we're going to talk more about this in just a second, but I saw some purple hearts going by, and I want to play a little video about this because it's very special to our show here. So we like to honor, especially a wonderful person who was a big fan of the show, and she would always ask about where is her purple pen, and so we like to honor her as well as others who have made their transition. And I know this time of year that can even kind of bring up some challenges. When you're trying to have festive fun, and and maybe. I know, Christine, you had mentioned you were so glad that you get to spend time with people, especially if they do transition afterwards. But how? I'm just going to kind of put this out there and just have each of you ask or maybe talk about a little bit about how can we maybe still try to make some time to have fun, especially if you have been going through something that's challenging this year. And maybe April, I'll go because I did interrupt you, so I'm gonna go.
Oh, no problem at all. One thing I believe in, and again, I tell all my friends, my clients, like I have a color for joy on my calendar, and so mine is bright pink because magenta is my favorite color, and so I love a beautifully color-coded calendar. And when I look at my week, if there's no pink, that's something I have to put on. Just like I schedule my meetings, just like I honor my time commitment being here, and so what I challenge people to do is once a week put one incidence of joy. And I can share, I have a client who her son had gone away to college. Her father was passing away. She wasn't having a great marriage. It was just one of those moments in life that was very challenging. And I was so touched. She shared with me, she said, yeah, her color was yellow. I put yellow on the calendar every day. And while it doesn't magically make things better, it really helped her get through this terrible transition. And then with her father passing, it really helped her to pass through the grief and remember to have joy in her life and believe. And so I do think we can actually be disciplined. We can choose joy even in the most difficult moments.
Yeah, I love that. Cheryl, you're nodding your head. What would you like to add?
Well, I have started a heart math practice. And one of the things I love about it is it gets me out of my head, my ego, and into my heart, which has more neurons than my brain does. But that's where my love, my gratitude, my joy, my kindness, my compassion all live. And I spend time with them every day because when I am done with this practice, I feel like $1 million. And that I can just go out there and exude love to everyone who I come into contact with. And when you're in your heart, your energy actually goes 500 feet out of your body. So when you're in that space of joy and love, everyone you come in contact with can actually feel it. And I don't know if you've ever walked into a room and you know what's going on in everybody's life in the room. Well, that's because your heart energy is picking up what they're going through. So it's really an incredible practice, and there's all kinds of science behind it, but it makes my days really meaningful and worthwhile, and I recommend it to everybody.
That's so good. Christine, I want to ask you a little bit about, and it kind of goes a little bit about what we're talking about today. Do you have a strategy? Because I know, not only this time of year, but even the rest of the year, we can be, we talked about things can be so busy, but how do you say no to maybe obligations? Because, how do you find that? Because I know sometimes it can be challenging. We want to be able to, do everything, but how do you maybe come up with a way to be able to say no sometimes?
I have found, especially through the years as I've gotten older, it gets easier because I think what's really important is that we make time for the things that are meaningful to us. And that's not saying that, the office holiday party isn't meaningful, but if you have other family obligations or other things that you need to do to give you peace, whether it be, making cookies or decorating your house, if those are the things that are meaningful to you, then you really need to learn to, you don't necessarily need to say no, but you can just say something like, oh, I had scheduled some family time for that day. Sorry, I can't make it. You don't even need to give an excuse. Just, say, oh, unfortunately, I have other plans. It's, believe it or not, it's easier to do as you get older, because I think we learn to do the things that satisfy us, and not in a selfish way, but in a way that really, I think we've learned to really learn to only do the things that really are special to us and meaningful to us. I think because we realize how valuable our time is. And so the things that may not necessarily be important to us can take a C on the calendar. So
I like that. Yeah. Carson, I saw you like nodding your head along there. What's your thought about this?
The miracle of mindfulness, the law of attraction, and the ability to say no. All I can add is on top of my whiteboard, it came off, if anybody knows who it is, it came off Nuno Betancourt's house. But it says, happiness is not a future event. And too many people look at it as if it were.
Yeah, so good, so good.
Mm-hmm.
April, what else would you update on that?
Gosh, I'm very strategic with my energy, which leads me to be very strategic with my time. Everyone talks about time management and leveraging, but I think it comes down to your energy, especially what Cheryl's talking about. Like, are you there present in your heart? Like, do people feel you? This is how you make an impact in your personal and professional life, right? And so for me, if something violates my core values, it's a hard no. If it doesn't align with my goals or priorities for that quarter, it's a no. And then if my energy is not feeling it, and I'm able, what I've noticed is when you respect everyone else's time and energy, they'll respect yours. It's very reciprocal. So I try to be very respectful of other people. And so my friends know if I'm like, I'm so sorry, I just need tonight, because I honor every commitment I make. If I'm saying that, my friends and family know, okay, April's serious, right? But I think if you're wishy-washy all the time, that's where people feel that there's room to guilt you or peer pressure you to attend things. So I think being very intentional, and the way you treat others is usually how you're treated. So just being careful with that.
Yeah, that's so good. The other thing I had that I'm thinking about too is, and again, speaking as a woman, it seems to sometimes planning activities at this time of year, a lot of times it seems to default to us women. And sorry, Carson, you probably do lots of great stuff, but it just seems like it.
No, you're right. My daughter and my wife run everything.
So instead of having everything fall on your shoulders, though, how can we maybe, entice other people in our family to be able to, help out on this, so that we're not the only ones making time for festive fun. We're having other people participate.
I can answer to that, because I did that actually for Thanksgiving. I didn't have the time. I was having 12 people and I didn't have a lot of time to prepare and do things. And I said, okay, they're all adults. Everybody's tight on money. So they'll understand if I ask them each to bring something. So instead of what I asked them, what is your favorite dish to have at Thanksgiving? And who told me the sweet potato souffle, and who told me, oh, I love my homemade cranberry sauce, whatever. And I was like, perfect. Would you bring that to dinner? And I have to tell you, it changed something about us all getting together, because everyone brought something. And of course, I still, did my dinner, but I was able to take a little pressure off myself, and everyone felt like they were participating. They weren't just showing up for dinner. And it really added something to the way we all came together. It was really kind of unique.
Very good. Cheryl, do you have any ideas on this?
I
too?
just want to go back 1 second because I was a chronic people pleaser. And one of my favorite things I learned last year is that no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
Yes.
You can just say no and say yes to you. And part of self-love is making sure that you're taking care of you so that you are present for all the people that you love in your life.
Yeah.
So it's okay to say no, and it doesn't have to come with a big explanation.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm just eyeing the clock here, and I know we're rapidly going. The time is escaping me, but I think I'm still going to take time for one more festive song because we're going to make time for it. So here we go.
Snowflakes dance on the sidewalks. City lights glow warm and clear. Every heart starts feeling lighter as the season of joy draws near. There's a sparkle in the moment. Every smile says love is here. And the world feels wrapped in wonder at the most beautiful time of the year.
Everywhere the kindness starts to shine. This is when our hearts and hopes align.
It's the most fabulous time of the year, when laughter and love fill the atmosphere, when giving and grace are the gifts that we share. Oh, it's the most fabulous time, the most fabulous time of the year. Hands reaching out in compassion, strangers turning into friends, little acts of love in motion, bridges built that never end. Through the joy and through the stillness, every wish, every tear becomes a spark that lights the world up at the most meaningful time of the year. Let the music guide your footsteps, let the rhythm lead your way. Every act of love you offer spreads like light into the day. And together we can change the world. One heart, one voice, one prayer. That's the power of connection in the most fabulous time of the year. It's the most fabulous time of the year, when hope rises up and the path feels clear, when love is the reason we're all still here. Oh, it's the most fabulous time, the most fabulous time, the most fabulous time of the year.
All right. Well, I've had a fabulous time sharing with all of you today. So why don't we go around real quick and just share one last sentence or so about one thing you want to leave our audience with today about how they can make time for festive fun. Carson, you go first.
It's all about your friends and family, and nothing else honestly matters, because for every single one of us, there's going to come a time when it's our last Christmas. And I want to look back on that fondly and with love. So love the people you're with, That's the only thing in the whole world that matters.
I love it. All right, Christine, real quick.
Let go of all the expectations. Enjoy the moments. The moments are the memories.
Awesome. That is so true. Cheryl, how about you?
Well, as a health coach, I want to remind you, although it's the season of sugar, if you eat the rainbow, it will turn all your happy hormones on so that you will naturally want to get out there and just be joyful.
I love that. I love that. So good. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. And April.
Well, I think in this season of going and giving, I think not forgetting ourselves. And yes, I love my friends and family, but also your relationship with yourself, with God, or the higher power you believe in is so important. And taking those moments to pour love into yourself, because when you're overflowing, you overflow onto everyone around you and they feel it. So just don't forget yourself. Have some fun with yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to just thank everyone who has been commenting today, because we've been having some wonderful comments, and I might even and here's one I'm going to put up here. Yes, happiness is not a future event. I know one of you said that today, and then thank you, Joy, and then Tamara was talking about making time for those items, those that are meaningful. And remembering to pour love into yourself. It is so, so important. And I am just, I know I'm going to just speak for all of us here at the Fab Show and all of the Fab Five hosts, and just want to thank you for watching and for being with us and making time out of your day to be with us. And I hope that you will make some time, not only during this season, but all the rest of the year long, because we need more fun in our lives. There's so much drama going on in the world. And I think if we can focus in on what is fun, what does bring joy into our lives, then we'll see more joy into our lives, and we'll see more joy around us, because what you put out is what comes back to you. So I think that's so important.
So true.
So, you know what? I'm going to go around one more time. Just one word to leave our audience. Carson, one word.
Love.
All right. Christine?
Presence. And not with a T.
Cheryl?
Gratitude.
Very good. April?
Peace.
Okay. Well, I thought you were going to say joy, so I'll add joy.
There you go.
All right. And we will see you. Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you, Tamara, for reminding me, because next week is all about ugly sweater Christmas. So make sure you all tune in for that. And the fabulous Kim O'Neill will be hosting that one. So I can't wait for that. So we will see you next week. Take care.